Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I'm doing a in transit lesson this morning, and I didn't have a particular topic at hand. The Spirit just on me just to turn the recorder on. I was kind of thinking about something, the final last prophecy. That's a great topic to speak about. It's a hot topic, especially with, certain Israelite groups, camps, which we have to speak about these things, teaching you different, because this final last prophecy, and you should already know what I'm speaking about, okay, the C-HIP, the MOTB, Revelation 13:16. And guess what? You have people that are not even in this Israelite thing of ours that know that prophecy. So what's up with these other Israelite groups? It's either they can't see it, the Most High blinded them ultimately, or they're actually being paid off to teach something else. And I believe the latter for most of them. The latter. They're being paid off, and a lot of these groups, they have the 501c3, which is that government charter, in which the government now tells you it's pretty much like a gag order. But this thing is important. Give me a sec. I'm sipping some tea. Bear with me. It's black tea again. This thing is highly important. Okay, this final last prophecy before the destruction. Okay? And we're here to warn you, okay? Let me get that. We bring out the same basic scriptures. This thing doesn't have to be super deep. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be super deep. It's just plain, right to the point. Well, all the scriptures are quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. Okay? And if you get tired of your dull of hearing, then this just might not be for you. You might need the theatrics. You might need the marching. You might need the uniformity. You might need the debates. All right. Here at Great Millstone, brothers channels that are set up, we go on to prophecy. All right. Ezekiel 3, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Son of man, 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me, because there's something called Jacob's trouble, and that's going to be pretty much simultaneous. That's going to come before. That's also a major prophecy before the destruction. But that's going to come before the destruction. That's going to come pretty much during the time of this great chipping. Is Jacob's trouble, because Jake gonna buck up against it, okay? And Jake is scattered in these other nations, and it's gonna look like these other nations are bucking up against it, but it's really Jake, okay? In certain instances, the Israelite foreigners, and some are going to be converted and believe. Okay, even in mainland China, even in Thailand, you got a lot of Jakes in Thailand. The Philippines, oh man, it's a lot of Jakes in the Philippines. Give me a second. The islands, okay, amongst Elam, okay, the Iranians, the Pakistanis, you got Jake that's mingled in the midst of that. And there's going to be something in their spirit that's going to tell them, not to take that. Not only that, but they're going to hear the word. This word is going to be glorified. All right, it's going to go out to the four corners of the earth, just as the scriptures say. Then shall the end come. Okay, this gospel, which is the good news. The good news is what? That the kingdom of heaven is at hand, meaning the Israelites are going to be in rulership, because great temptation is getting ready to come to the earth, man. And the plans that these elites have, if you are privy, which you should be, if you a listener of these videos, man, we encourage okay, and exhort you to look into these things, to do your own research. Just look, what brothers send you, brothers recommend certain movies, brothers recommend, certain documentaries. Like you have that documentary, Suddenly You Know What. Okay, and this is stuff that we've been saying from the beginning. And now you got a lot of people that are starting to see, even Esau's starting to see the C-hip. Okay, people that weren't C-theories, so-called, they are C-theories. And that's really a CIA term, okay, to divert you from the truth, to pretty much demonize you. Okay, the masses, the majority of the people on the earth, they're not going to get it. They're going to be destroyed. Okay, bottom line. 2/3 of our people here in Babylon the Great, they're going to be cut off and they're going to die. They're going to be offended somehow, some way of the doctrine. Well, there was a video, I believe it was Elder Manata Zakba, but many people voiced this opinion that the teachings of the Israelites in general, they group us all together. The teachings of the Israelites are demonic, right? And let me bring out that scripture, because this is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. Give me a second. When the wicked scribes and Pharisees, the wicked Israelites said Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Christ, he cast out devils by the chief devil. Give me a second. They called him Beelzebub. Okay, Matthew 12. So there's nothing new under the sun. They gon' do the same thing to us. They're already saying that our doctrine is of the devil. So you're gonna have a lot of Israelites that's gonna help Esau in his cause to destroy us. Okay, they did that back then. Matthew 12, and let me see where I'm gonna start. Let me start at 22. Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, which is nothing other than a demon. Okay, blind and dumb. Right, somebody that has a sickness, all right, blind, some type of ailment. That's a spirit, right? The scriptures also talk about the spirit of infirmity. You can just search that in a search of like a Bible app or something, or the Blue Letters, the spirit of infirmity. Okay, which is that's exactly what it is. It's a spirit that the Most High puts upon you. So in this case, this man, all right, he had a spirit of blindness and dumbness, meaning he couldn't speak, and he healed him. See, that's a miracle, and this is going to happen during this time, and it's already happening, because spiritually our people are blind and our people are dumb. They can't speak, but now the word is going out, and it's opening the eyes of the hopeful elect, and it's opening their ears to be able to understand and perceive. To understand and perceive, right? But that angel, that spirit of infirmity, that devil is still upon it's still upon the 2/3. Okay, it's still upon him. Isaiah 6 and 9. Okay, so everything is done in spirits. That's something that you got to understand. If you have a sickness, if you have wild thoughts, that's a spirit. You got to rebuke those spirits. Rakawath spirits. Okay. Yep. Insomuch that the blind and the dumb both spake and saw, and all the people were amazed and said, Is not this the son of David? Meaning this has to be the Messiah, right? The son, the bun of David, the son of David. So they understood, okay, there's no other man can do this. Who's actually healing the dumb and the blind? Now, well, let's fast forward, which this great deception, this final prophecy before the destruction. You have this man Esau, okay, namely guys like Elon Musk, which he's just a front. He's just a figurehead for the technology. He's just selling you the technology, but this technology has been worked on for, decades. Now they're starting to roll it out, and gradualism, which I'm pretty sure they already have people walking around the earth with these chips inside their brain. Oh, they were going to put a chip in my mother's brain. I'm gonna hit you with that. They was going to put a chip in my mother's brain because she suffered with seizures, but that she didn't allow them to do it, and it was going to be able to hit it was some crazy shit. So they're already doing that, but on the capability that they're presented to you now, it's on a whole nother level. It's going to be those false miracles. So they're going to actually have people that were blind. That's one of the first things that they're working on. People that are blind, they want to be able to give them vision through these microprocessors they put inside their brain. That's the MARK inside the mind, the forehead, as the scriptures say. But this is the point that I'm going into. But when the Pharisees heard it, the wicked Pharisees, because you have certain Pharisees, which that was just a sect, okay, a camp, if you will. They, because you have righteous Pharisees as well. But when the Pharisees heard it, the wicked Pharisees, they said, "This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils." See? So they saw the miracles. Right? They saw Yahushua heal right in front of their eyes. I mean, crazy things. And what did they say? Oh, nah, he's doing it by witchcraft. And you have certain Israelite groups that actually said that. What was there's so many of them. Damn, I don't want to get it wrong, but it was a group. If a brother know. I think it was One Body. I want to say it was One Body, but I could be mistaken. I don't want to throw they ain't right anyway, but I don't want to throw the wrong information on them. But it was one of these Israelite groups that said that the miracles are witchcraft. That's what they said. These guys gotta be set up. Ultimately, we know they set up by Satan. But we understand that many false prophets have to come out. Many false prophets have to be raised up, okay, to cause stumbling blocks, okay, unto the undesirables. And this is a tactic, okay, or a device of Satan, which we should not be ignorant of that there's going to be all type of confusion, all type of, enchantments in the form of spells, okay, in the form of distractions, okay, setting guys up like Kyrie, that dude's a witch. Kanye, that dude's a witch. Okay, they'll have them say certain truths, but the whole thing is all set up. You got certain Israelite groups that dress in all black. Okay, I'm still, I gotta upload that video about that color psychology and Israelite groups that dress in all black. You can see, even going back, I was looking at, I just typed in YouTube, what's it called? Black Hebrew Israelites, and basically it was a incident that happened a couple years ago, but the Israelite group, and you don't see these dudes no more. They just spring up. They'll be in the news, or some type of controversy will be around them. Nobody ever heard of these dudes. They haven't been on the streets. They wasn't shooting in the gym, right? They wasn't with us when we were shooting in the gym, as to say an analogy, right? Meaning they weren't there. But then all of a sudden, they're on some type of platform, dressing in all black, screaming, So you gotta say, right? That's all part of saying divisive, because he doesn't want. And all these Israelite groups, what's one thing they have in common? Okay, one thing they have in common is what? They all say that the MOTB is not what it is. They make up different breakdowns, doctrines. And pretty much 90% of them have a 501c3 charter. And I want to do some digging, because I know there has to be some type of clause in there where they got a gag order. They say, no, you can't teach that. So it's going to be proven, man. Don't even worry. It's going to be proven, all right, that, give me a second. It's going to be proven that what we were saying is correct about this device. That's the end goal. I was watching a video on had to be, what was it? BitChute, right? BitChute, and it was a white woman. She looked to be a white woman. She could be an Israelite foreigner, who knows? But it looked to be a white woman, because the scriptures do say that the children of this world, the children of this world are wiser in this time than the children of light, because Esau, he's in a position to where, I mean, he's a carnal man. He looks into everything. You know, he uses reasoning in certain cases. I mean, he's the devil, but he looks at, you know, okay, it gotta be that. What else could it be? But you got these Israelites. Oh no, that's not what it is. You know, that's something. It's something else, right? But Esau, he looks into things. And the nigga's a witch, so he consults with spirits. So the spirits tell him. Spirits be telling Esau what it is. You had that witch Balaam, right? He was a witch, a warlock, if you will. Hold on. He was a warlock, right? And the Most High opened up his eyes, so they see certain things. Okay? And they see certain things, and that's why they deliberately set guys up to tell you something completely different. Okay? But you're not going to be able to deceive the very elect. The elect are not here on the earth to be deceived. Okay? They're here on the earth to get victory. It's written already. Okay? But I was going, damn, I kind of lost my thoughts. Salakia. I was rambling a little bit too much. But let me go to, where was I going? Let me just bring this out. I was okay. Give me a second. Let me just bring this out. Psalms. Okay, so I think it's Psalm 64. Right. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right. You have, like I was saying, like I was watching a video on BitChute, and you had the white woman. She said the end game of the elites is to put a device inside of you. That's what she said. That the end game. Why all this is going on? Why is there so much confusion in the earth? Why is there so many wars? These wars that have been set up. Why is, you know, all these things coming out? All these distractions. Why did he push that juice? The ultimate end goal, she said it, the so-called white woman. She said that the ultimate end goal is to put a device inside of you. That's the ultimate end goal. That's the gradual. That's where we're going. That's gradualism to that final event before the destruction, the mass chipping. Okay, when them stations are set up. Okay, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and shoot their bows and bend their bows to shoot their arrows even bitter words. And they're gonna have all type of Israelites set up telling you that it's okay, breaking it down completely wrong. Okay? But the elect are not going to be deceived in these times. Okay? That they may shoot in secret at the purpose. See, it's all secret. It's all a secret counsel, as it says in above verses. Hide me from the secret counsel of the way. He's not going to tell you, hey, look, hey, my goal is to put this device inside of you so I can control you. This is the mark of the you know what. He knows what it is. Right? But the Most High, he got him in a trick bag, if you will. He has to continue to keep. So in his mind, he thinks that he's going to still be able to prevail. Right? The scriptures say that he's a proud man. Right? So Satan's in his ear saying, nah, it's going to be successful. And he's been successful. All right, in his enchantments, in his deception for hundreds of years. Satan was loose for a little season, but remember, it's a little season, and his season is up. He had power, and he works through Esau, the elite, Amalek. He was given power and a sword to deceive, to smite the earth and to deceive the nations. Okay, and that includes our people. He has deceived our people. Our people, they don't know what the hell is going on, right? They worried about, LeBron James and how many points he scored, or they looking, they in the boxing gym, beating the bag and being told they're gonna be the next champion, right? Looking for their big break, or they in the studio, or they just a regular Jake out there, trying to scrape by. See what I'm saying? So, let me go back. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? Who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Yeah, this man, he go deep, man. He go deep into wickedness. Okay? Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay? Like I said, he go deep into wickedness, man. He studies things in order to weaponize them against mainly you Israelites. There was a movie, the last James Bond movie. Okay, No Time to Die. Hey, man, you gotta watch that. They tell you pretty much that they, created bioweapons that can target whole races. And they told, it was a black chick. They told, like, yeah, I got a vial, basically, that can wipe out the whole West African diaspora. Why did he say that? The West African diaspora. Why? Esau knows. He knows that there's a particular gene, so to speak. He knows that we're different than the Africans. Why he didn't say all Africa? Why didn't he say Europe? He said the West Africa diaspora. It just so happens that the Israelites were taken from West Africa. Mainly, the bulk of the Israelites were taken from West Africa, and they were distributed, okay, to the four corners of the earth, namely on in the Western Hemisphere, okay, North, Central, and South America, okay, as well as the islands, okay, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, okay, so on and so forth. The West African diaspora, you go look it up. Watch the movie. It's all about a bioweapon that they created, that they're going to release. Okay, that literally can it can jump. You can be a carrier of it, but if it doesn't target it doesn't target your gene, you're okay. But if you come in contact with somebody that it does target, it kills them instantly. So he accomplishes a diligent search. This is what he has in his mind to do, and he's done that on some level with this whole juicy fruit. Okay, because what was it? It was a targeted bio sword. Okay, it was a sword, and isn't that his blessing? So not only he had the technology of the Gatling gun and different munitions, okay, different weapon systems. There's also something called a bioweapon. Okay, where he's now going inside the body to be able to, destroy you. There was that news article years back where they talked about the C-HIP and how they can release cyanide, okay, from a click of a button. But we're sea theorists when they literally tell you what it is, right? But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, right? And we have faith and hope that the Lord is going to shorten the time. He's not going to allow this man to, get his heart's desire, which is the total destruction of the nation of Israel and the enslavement of the whole world through his technology, through this microprocessor. Okay, just in a moment when he goes to do that, that's when he's going to be destroyed. When he's about to fill his belly, as it says in Job. Okay, the Most High is going to rain that fire, that brimstone. Okay. Suddenly shall they be wounded, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. They're telling on themselves. They're pretty much saying what they're going to do. They got it out in the open. Look what happened with Balenciaga. They're telling you, that they traffic children. That's what they're literally telling you. They're not even hiding it. The big agenda, okay, to legalize, that, pedoism. I'll say it like that. All that see them shall flee away. All men shall fear and declare the work of the Most High. They shall wisely consider his doing. The righteous shall be glad, okay, the Israelites, the elect, in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. So I'm going to close it there, man. Hey, I pray that the lesson was edifying. We're getting ready to come into that last final prophecy before the destruction, which is the great chipping. All right? Stay vigilant. Shalom.